5 tricks that help me with derealization. Let's start off with, this is probably one of the worst things you can ever go through in life. It is horrible. Some points you feel like you can never snap out of it, but you can. That's what I'm here for. You actually can. I know sometimes it's hard to break free from it. You're probably overthinking, thinking too much. It's pretty insane. But my first tip would be to calm down, relax. It is temporary. It's a whole different perspective of how you got to do derealization in the first place, but it is temporary. You can't let it take control over you. So calm down, relax. The more you're calm about it, the more it will go away. That's my first tip. I'll get into detail on more videos, but second tip would be grounding. Kind of like what I'm doing now. Maybe it's not exactly grounding, but you know, taking walks outside, getting closer to the earth and God, because in my head, he wouldn't put us here to suffer with this derealization. I feel like maybe it happened for a reason, and we were taught a lesson through it. So that's kind of how I think about it. But you know, start getting connected with the world and God more in order to get out of your head. So that's the second tip. I didn't write this out. I'm just kind of going free balling it. Third tip is you gotta exercise. You for sure gotta exercise. One, because you're gonna relieve a lot of stress doing it, and a lot of the derealization is all in your head. It's all negative emotions, negative thoughts. So you know, pushing some heavy weight, going for a run, walking, exercise is going to help a lot, because you need to de-stress that. You need to get rid of some stress. To go with that would be the foods you eat too. You got to start eating healthier. It all comes back to going back to getting closer with God, the foods that he brought on this earth, and with the earth. So more fruits, you know, steak, chicken, more of the, I guess you could say, like caveman diet. Like what would they eat instead of the processed foods like the chips and things like that. Of course you can eat that stuff, but if you're suffering through it pretty bad, you got to change your ways a little bit, and that helps your body. It all comes from all internal. I don't know what tip I'm on, but let's go with the next one. The next one is you gotta be grateful no matter what. That's kind of how I think about it. You gotta accept that it's happening. That's probably a better tip. Grateful and accepting. You gotta accept that it's happening, and you gotta go through it and push through it. And when I say grateful, meaning, you know, it could be worse. Things could be worse. You could not be walking. You can't be, you know, you could lose your vision. It could be worse. There's a lot more things worse in the world, but unfortunately, it is a mental game for that derealization. But it could be worse. So that's what I mean by being grateful, because you can still walk, talk, and eat and do your normal things, but you get stuck in your head a lot. So it could be worse. Again, you got to accept it and push through it. It's just another obstacle in the world that happened, but it's definitely possible to get through it. I'm walking proof. Yeah, those are my tips off the top of my head, just walking in the street. But it is possible to get through it. I'm walking proof. I told myself from day one of having it, I would always make a video on it showing I can get through it, because there was some dark times that I had going through it, but I never let myself quit. So I hope this helps. I'll probably make future videos if this one helps out more, but I do want to help people on this, so for sure.